What the President of the United States says, as he just did a few minutes ago in the White House, he says there will be costs of any military intervention in Ukraine. He didn't define what those costs are, but nobody realistically thinks the U.S. or the EU or NATO are going to get involved militarily in what's going on in Ukraine. What is he talking about? Financial sanctions, if you will, or political sanctions against Russia if there is a formal military intervention in Ukraine?
I think the president was wise to leave it vague because you never in international relations want to specify in advance, what you're going to do. You want to leave all your options on the table. But you're right, Wolf. Probably there isn't a military option here for the United States or for Europe. But there are economic sanctions. There is a G8 meeting coming up, a summit. Remember, the G8 was the 7 richest countries of the world invited Russia to be part of that exclusive club, because it surrendered during the Cold War, became part of the international community. That could be something I would very seriously consider, whether Russia's membership in the G8 could be suspended. There are those kinds of acts. Russia very much wants to be considered a leading power. And if it were to send troops in an overt invasion, I think Russia should be suspended from the G8.
So I take it you haven't yet concluded, Fareed, that Russia has actually invaded Ukraine. The word invade, obviously a very sensitive word.
I think it remains so unclear. Things are fluid. As I say, they have so many mechanisms. Russian intelligence is deeply active in all of Ukraine, and particularly in Crimea. But I don't get the sense that they have. The reports don't suggest that yet. And the fact that the Russians are categorically denying it suggests that they also think that there's some, what is going on now is very low-grade activity. As you know, there was one report about 2,000 Russian troops coming on an aircraft, but that has not been confirmed, even though it was rumored for several hours. And it does not, again, right now, does not appear to be true.